Have you ever felt completely stuck on a problem? You know, one of those moments where your brain feels like it's hit a brick wall, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't see the way forward. It's frustrating, right? We've all been there. We stare at it. We think about it. We might even lose sleep over it. But what if I told you that the secret to solving many of these so-called impossible problems is actually simplicity? That's right, often. We are the ones making things more complicated than they need to be. We get so caught up in the details, the what-ifs, and the potential obstacles that we lose sight of the core issue. It is like trying to untangle a massive knot of yarn by pulling on every single thread at once. You just end up with a bigger, tighter mess. The real trick is to find that one key thread that, when gently pulled, allows the whole thing to unravel. So, how do we find that key thread? The first step is to take a deep breath and step back. Literally, if you can. Get up from your desk, walk away from the whiteboard, and give your mind some space. When we're too close to a problem, our perspective narrows. We can only see the tangled mess right in front of us. By creating distance, we allow our brains to zoom out and see the bigger picture. You might be surprised what you notice when you're not staring at it so intensely. Next, try to rephrase the problem in the simplest terms possible. Forget all the jargon, the technical details, and the secondary concerns for a moment. What is the absolute, most basic goal you are trying to achieve? Imagine you had to explain it to a 5-year-old. For example, instead of saying, "We need to optimize our cross-functional workflow to enhance synergistic deliverability," you could say, "We need to help our teams talk to each other better so they can get work done faster." See the difference? One is a headache-inducing buzzword salad, the other is a clear, simple goal. This simplification process is incredibly powerful. It strips away all the noise and forces you to confront the fundamental challenge. Once you have that simple, clear statement, the potential solutions often become much more obvious. Instead of brainstorming complex software integrations, maybe the answer is just a weekly 5-minute meeting where team leaders share their top priority. Simple, right? Another fantastic technique is to work backward. Start from your desired outcome. Imagine you've already solved the problem. What does that success look like, feel like? Now, trace your steps back from that successful outcome. What was the very last thing you did to get there? And the step before that? And before that? This method, sometimes called reverse engineering, helps you build a clear, logical path from where you are to where you want to be. It is like using a map to plan a trip by starting at your destination and tracing the route back home. Let's think about a real-world example. Say you're struggling to save money. The problem feels huge, expenses are high, income feels low, and the goal of a big savings account seems impossible. You could create complex budgets. Use multiple apps and track every single penny, which can be overwhelming. Or you could simplify. The core problem is, I spend more than I want to. A simple solution. Pay yourself first. The day you get paid, automatically transfer a small, manageable amount, maybe just $20 into a separate savings account. Don't even think about it. It's one simple, automated action. It might not feel like much at first, but over time, that simple habit builds a foundation for financial success, without the stress of overcomplicating things. The same principle applies everywhere in our relationships, our careers, our personal projects. We often believe that big problems require big, complex solutions, but more often than not, the most elegant, effective, and sustainable solutions are the simplest ones. They are the ones that address the root cause directly without adding unnecessary layers of complexity. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed by a problem, I challenge you to try this. Step back. Simplify the question. Work backward from your goal. Look for the single, easiest action you can take right now to move forward, even just a tiny bit. You'll often find that the giant, terrifying monster of a problem was really just a shadow cast by a much smaller, more manageable issue. By turning on the light of simplicity, you can see it for what it really is and find your way forward. Thanks for watching today. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and consider subscribing for more tips on making life just a little bit simpler. Let me know in the comments about a time a simple solution saved the day for you. See you in the next one.